Patriots Nation, the vibe in Foxborough is different today. There's real concern about Drake May's protection, quiet moves happening behind the scenes, a former New York favorite getting ready to face his old team, and the MVP conversation around our quarterback starting to heat up. Nothing is guaranteed right now. Not the stability of this offensive line, not the path toward the most coveted individual trophy in football. The only thing that's certain is that you need to hear everything that's going on. You won't believe what we've got today. So get comfortable, hit that like button, and let's dive straight into it. If you only looked at the Giants' record, this would feel like a routine, you have to win this Monday night game. But once you dig into the details, that familiar knot in your stomach appears. This isn't just another primetime matchup. This is the night where the offensive line gets pushed to the limit and where belief in Drake May and this coaching staff has to be stronger than the fear of things going wrong. The week started with exactly the kind of news nobody wanted. Will Campbell, the rookie left tackle playing at a really high level, lands on IR, 4 games out. Jared Wilson, the rookie the staff trusted to grow into that left guard of the future, suffers a high ankle sprain and is ruled out for the Giants game. In a matter of hours, your franchise quarterback's blind side turns into a giant question mark. That's when the anxiety hits hardest. Vidarian Lowe and Ben Brown now step into the spotlight. Everyone remembers the Lowe from 2024. Penalties, protection issues, becoming a symbol of everything that was broken in that old offense. But the context today is different. New staff, new philosophy, Doug Marrone taking the OL room personally, and a team riding a 9-game winning streak. Even so, nobody is truly calm about seeing Brian Burns and that Giants front attacking a patched-up left side for 4 quarters. Publicly, though, the message is total confidence. Drake May is already out there calling him V-Lowe, saying he trusts him, that he's worked with both Lowe and Brown and knows they'll be ready. This is exactly the kind of moment where a franchise quarterback has to hold the locker room together and calm down the fan base. And since week 4, May has shown he embraces this kind of pressure instead of running from it. Josh McDaniels understands what's coming too. He knows this line is going to be attacked all night. He knows the Giants' new defensive play caller is likely to bring blitz after blitz, and he may need to reshape the game plan. More quick passes, more screens, more rollouts, and more creative use of tight ends and running backs to help protect while still stressing the defense. So the question is simple. Will this mix of improvisation, May's talent, and a next man up mentality up front be enough to hold off a defense that lives off punishing quarterbacks? Because if it works on Monday night, a lot of people around the league are going to have to rethink what they believe about this team's toughness and resilience. While everyone is still processing the offensive line drama, there's a name quietly buzzing in the background that could change the entire mood in Foxborough. He's not a Madden cover superstar. He's not an all-pro. But he's exactly the kind of under-the-radar moves smart teams make before anyone else. Jack Driscoll, currently stashed on the Pittsburgh Steelers practice squad. Look at the situation. You lose 2 rookie starters on the left side. You know you can't let Drake May become target practice for elite pass rushers. And suddenly there's a 28-year-old available with 67 NFL games, 18 starts, and real reps against top-tier defensive fronts. That's exactly the kind of profile you hunt for when you're serious about protecting your young franchise quarterback. Driscoll is the definition of a Swiss Army knife on the offensive line. He's played tackle, he's played guard, he's been thrown to the left side in emergencies. He doesn't arrive just to be another body. He arrives to give Doug Marrone flexibility. If Lowe struggles at left tackle, you can reshuffle the front, use Driscoll at right tackle, or turn him into that 6th offensive lineman in heavy sets for the run game or max protection looks. If Ben Brown is inconsistent at left guard, Driscoll becomes direct competition on the interior, especially in obvious passing situations where the pocket has to be clean for May to attack every level of the field. One more key detail. He's healthy, practicing every week, and just waiting for a franchise willing to give him a real shot. In Driscoll's case, the cost is almost nothing. No trade, no draft pick. You sign him straight to the 53-man roster and plug him in. For a team in an accelerated rebuild, with a young quarterback already in the MVP conversation, this is exactly the type of move that tells the fan base, We're not going to let this season slip away because of offensive line depth. If the Patriots go get Jack Driscoll off the Steelers' practice squad, it won't feel like just another roster move. It will be a statement. The front office understands the moment, won't let May's protection turn into a weekly coin flip, and is willing to squeeze every opportunity in the market to keep this offense upright until the rookies come back. At the same time, there's another storyline grabbing the emotional side of this fan base. This one isn't about scheme or depth. It's about narrative, the kind of arc the NFL loves turning into a primetime feature. Tommy Devito, the former Giants fan favorite who now wears Patriots colors and is getting ready to face the team that first put his name on the map. Devito didn't arrive in Foxborough as a star. He came in as the third-string quarterback, staying in the background, learning and waiting his turn. But anyone who watched the end of preseason remembers the impression he left. 17 of 20, nearly 200 yards, 3 touchdowns against the New York Giants. In a game the rest of the league barely noticed, Patriots fans were already shouting his name. Now destiny puts them on the same field again, under very different circumstances. The Giants are in chaos. Staff changes, patchwork units, an offense still searching for its identity. The Patriots are the opposite. 10-2, rolling, confident, with Drake May playing at an MVP level as the clear QB1. In this setup, Devito isn't a threat to the starter. He's a strategic weapon. He knows the Giants' system, their players, and their defensive tendencies. He understands how they adjust coverages, how the linebackers react, how the pass rush likes to line up on 3rd and long. That's pure gold during game prep. From everything Mike Vrabel and Josh McDaniels have said, Devito has been a key piece on the show team, that scout unit that mimics the opponent in practice and gives the starters real looks. Then there's the emotional angle. He already said it. When I was there, it was go Giants. Now it's go Pats. And I want to beat them bad. There's no middle ground. He wants to prove he belongs in this league and that he could have been used differently. And if he ends up seeing the field for any reason, he has the confidence and familiarity with that defense to make things interesting fast. Even as quarterback 3, Devito has become a kind of consigliere in the locker room. He's the guy who points things out, reads coverages, notices details, helps with breakdowns. He's the type of player who might not show up in the box score, but still helps you win. In a game with this much emotional weight and this many tactical subplots, underestimating his quiet impact would be a huge mistake. Devito facing the Giants as a Patriot is exactly the kind of twist that turns a regular matchup into must-watch TV. And as if all of that weren't enough to crank up the tension, there's one more storyline lighting up the entire league: the MVP race. Patriots Nation, get ready, because it just got a whole lot more interesting after what happened with Matthew Stafford. The Rams quarterback was putting together a ridiculous season, almost flawless, with video game numbers and a long no-interception streak. That's what kept so many people putting him a step ahead of Drake May in the MVP debate. Then the first real crack appeared, and it wasn't small. Stafford started Week 13 just as everyone expected. Another touchdown, extending his streak, reinforcing the idea that he was the clear favorite. Then, on the very next drive, everything flipped. 2 interceptions in a row, one of them a pick six. In a tight game where every possession matters, mistakes like that don't just vanish. Patriots fans, already fired up about the MVP race, jumped all over it. Suddenly that Stafford takes better care of the ball argument lost a lot of weight. Here's what most analysts still aren't saying clearly. Drake May is doing all of this with a roster that is nowhere near as loaded as what Stafford has in Los Angeles. Stafford plays behind a settled offensive line, with experienced weapons and a system that's been in place for years. May is carrying an offense that has lost pieces, changed philosophy, ridden through ups and downs, and he still delivers. He still leads comebacks, converts brutal 3rd downs, and attacks downfield with the poise of a veteran. It's not just about stats, it's about impact. The NFL loves a story. MVP isn't just numbers on a screen, it's context, timing, and the weight of every play. Right now, the moment looks like this: Stafford showing cracks, May rising, and the Patriots stacking 10 straight wins. What started as just another promising rookie season has turned into a real, legitimate MVP campaign. If Stafford stumbles while May shines on Monday Night Football, with the whole country watching, the debate can flip overnight. The league loves a new main character. It loves a breakout star. It loves watching a young quarterback stand toe-to-toe with established names. May is doing exactly that. So don't get it twisted, Patriots Nation. Those Stafford interceptions weren't just random turnovers. They were open doors. And Drake May is standing right there, ready to walk through. We're heading into the most intense stretch of the season. Issues on the offensive line, a possible veteran reinforcement, a secret weapon in Tommy Devito against the Giants, and an MVP race that's officially on fire. It all points to one simple truth. This team is resilient. It doesn't back down. It responds. Now I want to hear from you. Which storyline hit you the hardest today? The potential Jack Driscoll move, Devito's revenge angle, or Drake May's push toward MVP? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and stay with us, because this season is far from done shaking things up.